I'm guessing I was in the water a total of 45 minutes. And I could not feel anything in my hands, but they were somehow froze or stiff enough to hang on to the edge of the ice and the sled, and my mouth with the rope on my sled. So
how terrifying is that when you're sitting there and you feel helpless and there's not much you can do?
You know, the big thing of it is the issue for me is leaving my children and my other loved ones and friends, and because I'm ready to go and I made my heart right with God, and that's not the big issue. In a way, I was running to maybe this is it, Lord, and I said, Lord, forgive me for my foolishness. You know, I probably shouldn't have gone out, and I said, if there's anything else in my heart, Lord, please reveal it now, and so that I can make it right with you. And so I had a good time with the Lord there, but I was physically hurting because of the cold.
So even in that panicked moment, you're still thinking about your kids and your family and, and God and all of those things.
Oh my, yes, yeah. Yeah, the things that matter the most to you come to the forefront pretty quick.
So how happy were you to see those rescue crews start to show up, and what was going through your mind when you saw people coming to get you?
Well, I didn't respond in a very Christian manner in my attitude in my heart, because I was disappointed that it was taking them forever, and I wondered what kind of strategy are they. Did they have a committee meeting up there in a little room and form a meeting now to get the rope out, or you know? But I know that they were doing their best, and I've got to hand it to them. The guys that came out, they went under 2 or 3 times themselves, and they went through a lot of agony getting me out. And the one guy that was with me, I want to know who he is. He looked at me right in the eye. He said, "Look at me, Mr. Diehl." He said, "I'm getting you out of here. You're not going to give up. Do you understand me? You are getting out of here." And he just kept my attention. He said, "You stay with me. You stay with me. You stay with me." He just kept saying that over and over and over. And that meant the world to me, you know? And I want to know who he is. And he just persevered. He went through a lot of pain because they pulled the cable, and we couldn't hear each other from land to water, and they pulled the cable so hard against us, against the edge of the lake, that both of us got hurt pretty bad. And I know he probably took the brunt of it himself.
So you hope you can meet up with some of these guys?
Oh, I sure do. It'd be nice.
Do you kind of look at this as like a miracle almost, the way it worked out? The fact
I really
you had your cell phone and
I really do. Nobody could hear me. I was by myself out on the lake. I'm glad nobody else went under. But guys out there, I mean, you may know the lake like me. I've been fishing all my life. A lot of you folks know me. I just want to encourage anybody to number one, if there's any risk at all, don't go by yourself. Number two, don't go. Actually, just don't go. It's not worth it. I've even complained about others going when it was risky, and here I went out and thought I knew what I was doing. I didn't know that snowstorm was coming. It covered my way out. So
what will you do differently next time?
Oh, I would never have gone out like this. For one, we've had a melt, and it made a lot of vulnerable spots on the lake. A lake will, anytime a lake has like a starting spot where there's a piece of brush or debris, the sun melts through the debris, collects sunlight, and it'll melt through, and it makes a soft spot in the ice, and then the wind breaks, and then more wind and more wind, there's an open water or a spring, or many variables. So you just got to watch, you got to know the lakes, but irregardless, when it starts melting, especially when it gets waffly, honeycombs. You don't want to get out on the lake at the end of the year.
So you mentioned that you're out there, you're thinking about your family, your daughters.
Yeah.
When you saw these guys for the first time, what was that like?
Oh, it was pretty neat. It was pretty neat. I was thanking the Lord, and I just thanked them, and I told them, I apologized to them for how foolish I was, that they had to go to all this work and hurt themselves and, risk their own life. These guys that came out.
So how are you feeling now? I mean, what's your biggest issue at this point?
Well, you mean physically?
Yeah.
I'm numb in both hands. I've done something to my arm, but I'm here. I feel warm. My toes are numb. My fingers and hands are numb, but hopefully in time that'll get better. And I don't know, we're going to have an MRI, see what's wrong with the arm, so.
But the main thing is you're here.
Yeah. So I got my girls with me, my granddaughter. So.
Anything else that you'd like to say at all or add about the situation, what happened, what you'd like people to know?
I just apologize for my friends and family that I put you all through stress. Please forgive me. And thanks for your love. So.